Chapter 1, The Night AshWood Woke. AshWood's sky turned red long before the sun set. At first people blamed wildfires in the next county, but the air carried no smoke, no smell of burning wood, only a heavy stillness that clung to the skin like cold breath. Street lamps flickered long before their timers, sputtering with soft crackles as if something unseen brushed against them. B.J. Mayfield had lived in AshWood his entire life. He had seen storms, power outages, and the occasional panic the town could conjure out of nothing. But nothing prepared him for the silence that fell over the streets this night, a silence so deep it felt watched. He locked his front door, then paused at the window. Something shimmered faintly above the old church steeple, a thin ripple of light, almost like moonlight passing through water. He blinked, looking again, but the shimmer faded into the red sky. He whispered to himself, "This town is not right tonight." The power flickered once, then steadied. His phone buzzed with a message from his neighbor, a single line that chilled him. "Do not go outside." Across town, Evelyn Cross stood on her porch with a blanket over her shoulders, staring up at the crimson sky. She had felt the heaviness all day, the way grief sometimes settled on her chest since her husband passed. But tonight felt different, as if something old and hungry had awakened and stretched out across AshWood. A scraping sound came from the alley beside her house. Something slow. Something dragging. She stepped back into her doorway, heart hammering. "Lord, keep me," she whispered. The scraping stopped. Then, from deep in the alley, she heard breathing. But it was not human breathing. It rattled, hollow and wet, like a dying thing clinging to the last strands of life. Evelyn slammed her door and locked it twice. The temperature dropped in an instant. Across the center of town, police cruiser lights flashed as Officer Almeida pulled to a stop beside the school. He stepped out with a flashlight, muttering, "Another blackout, great." But as he walked toward the entrance, he saw something smeared across the sidewalk. It looked like soot, but thicker, almost alive, shifting in the breeze. When his light passed over it, the soot curled away like it feared the brightness. Officer Almeida froze. The temperature dropped again. His breath spilled out in pale clouds. From behind him came a whisper. "Officer." He spun, shining his light into the darkness between the buildings, but no one stood there. The whisper continued, rising, multiplied, as if countless voices were stacked on top of each other, all calling his name. "Officer Almeida." He tried to step back but found that he could not move. Fear rooted him in place. His hand trembled. The voices grew louder. And then, with no footsteps, no warning, a tall, winged shape stepped into the beam of his flashlight. The mercy bearer. Its hood hid its face completely, yet light poured from within the folds of its garment. Its wings stretched outward with a quiet power that felt ancient, holy, unshakably real. The air around it warmed, dissolving the cold for a moment. Officer Almeida stumbled back, gasping, "What are you?" The angel lifted a single hand. Its voice was not loud, yet it shook the air around them, filling every corner of the night. "Fear not. The darkness has awakened, and the hour of reckoning has come." The angel's wings folded slightly, and its voice lowered. "Call upon the Lord while he may be found." Isaiah chapter 55 verse 6. Before Officer Almeida could speak again, the angel vanished, as if pulled backward into light. The whispers in the alley immediately stopped. And somewhere in the heart of AshWood, a scream tore through the night. B.J. Mayfield jerked away from the window as the scream echoed across the town. He grabbed his coat, heart pounding, and whispered a prayer he had not spoken in years. "Jesus Christ, be with me." But outside his house, deep in the shadows between the streetlights, something hungry waited, watching his door. The devourer had come to AshWood. And it was only the beginning.